Imagine this place. Qalyubia, Egypt, 2018. It's quiet, traditional. Life follows the rhythm of the farms. And there we find Ibrahim. He's a farmer, doing well, respected. His life seems, stable, built around his land, his family.
And the heart of that family, or so everyone thought, was Hana, his wife. They'd been married 3 years. People saw her as this ideal mother to their little boy, Mohamed, who was just 2. And very respectful to Ibrahim and his father, too. Seemed close.
Yeah, it looked like a peaceful life. Predictable, routine. But what we're diving into today is how incredibly quickly that perfect picture, that facade can just shatter. And what's underneath is, frankly, chilling, a betrayal years in the making. So our mission here is to piece together what happened on one specific morning when the everyday routine just imploded into a nightmare. Okay, so the routine was set in stone, right? Ibrahim and his father, they're up super early, like 3 a.m.
Wow, yeah, farmer's hours.
Exactly. Quick breakfast, they say goodbye to Hana and little Mohamed, and off they go to the field. Normal day.
Just like any other day. That predictability is key.
But then, maybe 2 hours after they leave, the routine breaks. Ibrahim gets a call. It's frantic. And it's not Hana calling. Remember, the local custom, she wasn't supposed to have a phone. It's his uncle on the line.
Oh, okay.
And the news is just catastrophic. 2-year-old Mohamed is gone, vanished, kidnapped. Yeah. Ibrahim races back home, finds total chaos. Hana's completely hysterical. Neighbors are there. She's weeping. And she tells her story. Through the tears, says she just stepped out to take the garbage bag to the street. Just steps away. Yep. And she claims she put Mohamed right there, just outside the front door while she did it. Kept an eye on him.
She swore it was quick. Like how long?
She insisted. 3 minutes. Maybe 3 minutes tops. She comes back. And he's just gone. No trace.
Okay, but this is where that cultural detail you mentioned becomes really important, right? The phone thing.
Exactly. She didn't call Ibrahim directly. Couldn't. The village custom, enforced by the men, meant women didn't carry mobiles.
Right. So her running to the uncle's house for help, that actually fits the expected behavior. It makes sense within their context.
It totally does. So initially, everyone, including the investigators later, they see her as this panicked mother, doing what she had to do because of tradition. It gave her kind of an immediate alibi for not calling him herself.
A plausible reason for the delay in contacting Ibrahim directly.
The whole community jumps into action. Ibrahim, his dad, neighbors, everyone searching frantically. Streets, alleys, houses, nothing.
Just vanished into thin air.
The quiet returns for a bit, but then it's broken again. This time by the sound that turns panic into absolute terror. Around 10:00 a.m., Ibrahim's phone rings. Unknown number.
Oh boy, this is it.
He answers. The voice is described as cold, clinical, speaking in a distinct Bedouin dialect.
And the message.
They confirm it. We have Mohamed, and they name their price. 500,000 Egyptian pounds. A huge sum.
Wow, $500,000 EGP. That's life-changing money.
And then comes the threat. Heavy pressure. The caller warns him, flat out, you involve the police, you will never see your son again.
That's the classic, terrifying kidnapper's threat. Puts him in an impossible position.
Ibrahim just crumples. The shock, the fear. He collapses. A neighbor nearby grabs the phone, tries to negotiate, asking, is the boy okay? Don't hurt him.
Trying to keep the line open.
But before they can get anything else, the line just goes dead. Cut off.
Silence again. Just the fear hanging there.
Hana hears the threat, obviously. She's terrified, begging Ibrahim, don't call the police. They said they'd hurt him.
Understandable reaction given the direct threat.
But then, thankfully, another neighbor steps in, argues strongly that reporting it, despite the risk, is actually the best move, the right thing to do.
That neighbor's intervention might have been crucial.
It really was. It convinced Ibrahim, so they went straight to the police station.
That decision to go against the kidnapper's direct warning, that takes guts. But it also opens the door for investigation. If he'd just paid, who knows?
Exactly. The police come back with Ibrahim to the house, to the scene. They start looking around, standard procedure, footprints, signs of forced entry, anything.
Looking for clues of an outside job.
And as they're scanning the area, one officer spots something, a small detail, easily missed, a surveillance camera on a shop nearby, pointed generally towards Ibrahim's house.
Ah, the modern eyewitness. That could change everything.
They get the footage immediately, start the review, and it takes almost no time at all. Hana's story. The tearful 3-minute garbage run, it just gets obliterated.
Obliterated how? What did they see?
Okay, so contradiction number 1. The footage doesn't show her putting Mohamed by the door, not at all. It shows her carrying him, carrying the garbage bag and the 2-year-old child.
Carrying him? Where?
Into a nearby side street, an alleyway, basically, out of sight from the main road.
Okay, wait. Carrying the child in the garbage into an alley? That's not taking out the trash. That's a completely different action. Why lie about that?
Exactly. Why the deception? That's the first huge red flag. If it was just garbage, leave him at the door, like you said. Carrying him away implies something else. A meeting.
A planned event, not a quick chore.
Then, contradiction number 2, the time. She wasn't gone for 3 minutes. The camera shows her disappearing into that side street and not coming back for 15 minutes.
15, not 3. That's a massive difference. 15 minutes is, well, it's long enough to do a lot more than dump a garbage bag.
It's long enough for a handover. And then the absolute clincher, the real cliffhanger moment in the footage.
Okay, what happens when she comes back?
When Hana finally emerges from that side street after 15 minutes, she's alone. No Mohamed, no garbage bag either, interestingly.
Okay.
But she is holding something, holding and actively using a mobile phone.
A phone. The phone everyone swore she didn't have.
Yeah.
The one forbidden by custom.
The very same. The device that for 3 years of marriage supposedly didn't exist in her world. She's holding it, looking at it, using it, right after emerging from the alley where her son disappeared.
Wow. Okay, this just flips the whole narrative. The phone is the key. It suggests a hidden life, doesn't it? A secret communication channel.
Totally. For 3 years, she's this devoted, traditional wife in public. But that phone, it's her link to something else, a shadow identity.
The level of deception needed to maintain that. Hiding the phone, arranging calls. It points to something much more calculated. That initial image of the ideal mother is just gone, replaced by someone leading a double life.
The police, obviously, they zero in on this immediately. They take Hana aside, question her about the phone. Her explanation is flimsy.
What'd she say?
She claims, yeah, she had it hidden because Ibrahim didn't allow her to have one, trying to frame it as, like, minor disobedience.
Which might be true about hiding it, but it doesn't explain using it right then and there after her son vanishes.
Not at all. The police seize the phone, obviously. They check the call logs, the messages, and the connection they find is, well, it's horrifyingly direct.
Let me guess. The ransom caller.
Bingo. The number Hana was calling right as she walked back from the alley, the very moment she finished that 15-minute disappearance. It was the exact same number that called Ibrahim demanding the 500,000 pounds.
Oh my God. That's it. That's the direct link. The smoking gun.
No question. It ties her, the supposed victim, directly to the perpetrator. The grieving mother is now the prime suspect, the main conspirator.
The entire facade just crumbles right there.
Under that pressure, faced with the phone evidence, she breaks. Hana confesses everything. The whole story comes pouring out. The kidnapper, the guy who made the call. His name is Alaa. He wasn't just some random criminal. He was her former lover.
Her ex-lover.
Yes. And she hadn't broken it off. She'd been secretly talking to him using that hidden phone for her entire 3-year marriage to Ibrahim.
So the affair was ongoing. Wow. What was the motive for this? For kidnapping her own child?
It was brutal and calculated. Hana said she still had feelings for Alaa, but she couldn't just divorce Ibrahim. She claimed Ibrahim was kind, generous, she felt conflicted.
But the real reason?
The real reason was money. Alaa was poor. Too poor to marry her, too poor to give her the life she apparently wanted. Ibrahim provided stability, but Alaa represented something else.
So it wasn't just about love or passion, it was a financial scheme.
Completely. The plan was cold. Stage the kidnapping, let Alaa collect the huge ransom, the 500,000 EGP, and then they'd have the money to run off and start their new life together.
Using her own 2-year-old son as leverage, as bait in an extortion plot.
Yeah.
The callousness is just staggering. She saw her child as an obstacle, or worse, a tool, a means to an end.
The police, Ibrahim, the whole community. The shock was profound. How could a mother do this?
It redefines betrayal.
So the investigation instantly shifts again. Now it's a race to find Alaa and rescue Mohamed. They know who they're looking for. But before the police units can track Alaa down, they get a break. A report comes in from El Marg. That's an area pretty far from Qalyubia.
What happened there?
An imam at a mosque in El Marg found a child, alone, abandoned outside the mosque.
Please tell me it was Mohamed.
It was. The description, the photo sent through, it's confirmed. It's Mohamed. He's safe. Scared, but unharmed.
Oh, thank goodness. On the same day.
Incredibly, yes. Kidnapped in the morning, found abandoned that same afternoon or evening. He's returned to Ibrahim. The immediate crisis for the child is over.
Such a relief. But Alaa is still out there.
Not for long. With Hana's confession and the phone data, the police track Alaa down quickly. They set up an ambush, arrest him.
And does he confess? Does his story match Hana's?
Perfectly. He confirms everything. Hana planned it. She met him in the side street, gave him the child, the garbage bag to carry him in, perhaps, and even a new SIM card to make the ransom call untraceable back to his own phone.
So she provided everything. The child, the means.
Everything. Alaa admits he made the ransom call. But then things moved too fast. He realized the police were involved almost immediately, and crucially, that they were questioning Hana.
He realized his accomplice was compromised.
Exactly. He panicked. His plan and Hana's plan started to unravel, so he decided to cut his losses, basically. He drove to El Marg, far away, and abandoned Mohamed outside the mosque. His thinking was, if the child is found far away, seemingly abandoned randomly, it reinforces the idea of an unknown kidnapper, maybe the Bedouin caller he pretended to be. It distances himself and Hana from the crime.
Trying to salvage the situation, make it look like a kidnapping that went wrong rather than an inside job.
Right, but it was too late. The police already had the truth from Hana in the phone.
So justice.
Both Hanaa and Alaa were prosecuted, faced charges for kidnapping, extortion, the works. And Ibrahim, he divorced Hana instantly. I mean, what else could he do? It was the bare minimum response to such a fundamental betrayal.
Absolutely. The trust obliterated.
Looking back, the speed of the police work was incredible. Getting Mohamed back safe the same day, that was critical.
Definitely. Preventing prolonged trauma for the child was paramount. But the thing that really sticks with you, the enduring shock, is Hana's performance.
Yeah, 3 years. 3 years of playing the perfect wife, the doting mother, the respectful daughter-in-law, all while secretly maintaining this affair and ultimately plotting to use her own child like a pawn in a financial game.
It's terrifying. We like to think we know the people closest to us, understand their character.
But this case, the mother, the farmer, the facade, it just shows how easily that can be a complete illusion. A desire for money, maybe a twisted idea of escape, combined with what seems like a total lack of conscience. It led to the unthinkable, exploiting the most innocent person in her life.
It really forces you to question appearances, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How well do we ever truly know someone? If someone can maintain such a dangerous parallel life hidden just beneath a perfect surface for years.
Yeah. What does it actually take to see through that kind of performance, to spot the cracks before something catastrophic happens?
It's a disturbing thought. How often is that mask of normalcy hiding something fundamentally broken or dangerous? A question that lingers, I think, long after you hear stories like this.